Hey, this gonna hurt. Hello, good sirs and ma'ams. Before we get started on our video, I just want to say something real quick. If you watch Wealth Breaks the Internet, and you saw news about the directors worth exploring the idea of the Disney Princess spin-off movie, if you're like me and want this spin-off to happen, I have a solution. Watch the video I made about the ideas of the Disney Princess spin-off movie. If you watch the video and like the ideas and suggestions that I have, give positive comments on the video, and then tell your friends and Disney fans about it, so that way they can tell their friends and Disney fans about it. Spread it like wildfire, gain 1 million views and whatnot, to the point where Disney will catch its attention, and they'll be like, oh crap, they like the ideas and want the spin-off to happen? Well, we better make the spin-off happen. Give the video the intention and love that it deserves so we can make the spin-off happen. Now on to the video! You know how, with trolls and whatnot, people are looking to be offended or looking to hate something because apparently hate is the only thing they like, and they apparently have no lives and no meaning? And by just referring to one word of a certain race, just saying the word automatically makes you racist. You hate something, everybody hates you for it. Some people hate gay, bisexual people automatically. Oh my gosh. A friend of mine, he has never ate candy for 15 years. I was surprised, but I don't hate him for it because he has legitimate reasons. But seriously, top 10 things people hate for no good reason. Oh joy! This is gonna suck.
Haters gonna hate. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things people hate for no good reason.
Being vegan just makes you better than most people.
Bingo.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at things, groups, actions, or whatever that seem to attract high levels of negative judgment, with little rational reasoning behind it.
Take a picture, it'll last longer.
I'm sorry, it's a little distracting.
For the record, we're not necessarily saying we hate these things.
Socks with sandals? Lame, Dad, lame.
Number 10, PDA. Making out can be a wonderful experience. Over or under clothing explorations can be exhilarating. And don't get us started on the other stuff. But as pleasurable as these simple acts are,
I don't know what PDA. I don't know what PDA is. I'm just gonna look it up real quick. Public display of affection. One thing that doesn't make sense to me. It's just people being in love. I mean, if it's like, unless it's somewhat sexual, and I don't think showing people you love each other just by hugging and kissing isn't gonna. Hey, this gonna hurt.
there's just something icky about seeing other people express their love, or worse yet, lust, in public.
I mean, kids may hate that kind of shit because they're fucking immature. Like I was. I mean, well, okay, I never thought it was gross as a kid. Surprisingly. I mean, when I watched Tangled in school one time, one girl I know, she's like, ew, why did you warn me? Because I watched the movie and it never bothered me, but it bothered her. Like, WTH?
Which one you want to go to, Schmoopy?
You call me Schmoopy. You're Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy.
It's awkward as hell when the frisky couple beside you on the bus invades your personal space. But haven't we all felt that uncontainable urge before? In the end, the only person who should be concerned about a bit of hand-holding or bum patting is the one whose hand's being held or bums being patted.
God, your eyes are so blue.
Number 9. Vegans.
Meat is murder!
So they don't eat meat. That just means more meat for the rest of us. Okay, it's true that having a vegan friend can be a source of mild irritation when making dinner plans, but as long as they don't force-feed you tofu and lentils, it shouldn't be a big deal.
I partake not in the meat, nor the breast milk, nor the ovum of any creature with a face.
Is it that some people view this lifestyle choice as a judgment on their own meat-eating habits? Or do their vegan friends just keep reminding them how cute baby cows are or how smart pigs are? Ultimately, if you and your friend don't agree on the deliciousness of a double bacon cheeseburger, who cares?
I learned long ago, Lisa, to tolerate others rather than forcing my beliefs on them.
Yeah.
Number 8. Sports.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Okay. My dad likes sports. I'm not a huge fan of sports. I mean, I do play from time to time at school, and I thought dodgeball was the most fun I had while it lasted. I mean, I don't enjoy sports. My dad does. I'm not judging him for it. Everybody's different. And he's my dad.
From shooting hoops to the Super Bowl.
To sports fans, their sport, team, or player is everything. But for those that don't know which end of the soccer bat they're supposed to shoot with, sports can be pure boredom. The average baseball game lasts 3 hours and might see a solid 10 minutes of action. That's time that could be spent playing Counter-Strike or watching Jurassic Park or something. Anti-sports fanatics are quick to say that sports just don't matter in the grand scheme of things, and don't even get them started on pro athletes' salaries, or how stupidly confusing the rules are, or the inanity of team rivalries. Bottom line, if you don't like sports, just don't watch them.
When's the fish game on, guys?
Go fish! Go fish! Go fish! Go fish! Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Number 7. Luddites. When we use the term Luddite, we're usually talking about that one friend we have who's still not on Facebook, or who's afraid the internet is taking over our lives, or who can't accept that cell phones are no longer reserved for 1980s stockbrokers.
So, yeah, it's like everyone's just stuck in like an in-between state. Not really experiencing anything.
Some display an annoying lack of interest in modern technology. Some make very late-to-the-game attempts to catch up, and some are just flat-out technophobes. But how many of them will actually go out and destroy a laboratory because of their beliefs? Not many. Think of it this way. If they don't want to embrace the modern world, it's their loss, not yours. Plus, nobody hates the Amish, right?
What's that smell? I was trying to make some butter, but I think I made mayonnaise instead. That's it. You are not making butter in your room. But no buts.
Okay. Now there's a certain group called the Amish people, like they said. From what I understand, they reject technology for religious reasons. I'm not sure how it works, but I'm not gonna judge them. If anything, I think it's kind of interesting that they don't embrace technology.
6. Goths.
Goths.
Most high schools have a goth clique, even if it's just that one guy. Not exactly known as outgoing, the gothic crowd tends to embrace the darker things, like black clothing, black hair dye, black lipstick, and the collective works of Robert Smith. But beyond a monochromatic wardrobe and an extensive collection of Cradle of Filth CDs, what really makes our gothic brethren any different from you or me?
Stop calling me a princess. I'm not a beauty queen in a Disney movie.
Appearances aside, they don't actually do anything to justify the scorn they seem to earn just by being themselves.
Do I amaze you?
So, rather than hate the gothic among us, remember that deep down they're just as afraid of you as you are of them.
Okay, like if I was wearing jeans today, I would be sitting over there with the art freaks.
Okay. Goths. The way I assume goths are, they kind of like to be emo or stuff like that and just wear clothing or listen to certain music or whatever. And all I know is that some people like goths because they're hot or something. I don't know. But while some goth people might look creepy, should you really discriminate them? I mean, I'm not gonna stop them for doing what they do. What they do is their business. And now, number 5, selfies. Let's just see what they have to say.
Number 5, selfies. Sure, maybe selfies and hashtag squad goals get annoying. Maybe not every single thing you do today is worth documenting. And maybe back in the olden days, film was a rare and costly investment. But is someone taking a picture of themselves really the worst thing ever? In a dangerous setting, taking a selfie isn't the wisest of life decisions. But in a controlled, safe, and morally acceptable environment, what's the harm? A lot of people will tell you to stop trying to capture the moment and just cherish the memories you're busy making. But how fun is it to look back on that pic of you with the president or at the Oscars?
Okay. Selfies. I honestly don't get why people take pictures of everything nowadays. I really don't. I'm probably different than everybody else, but I just don't see the point in taking pictures of everything and take selfies of every single location. I mean, what the heck? I don't really care about them. I mean, it's one thing to, like, cherish a memory or something, but I think some people just like take selfies in the most obnoxious way. I'm not a huge fan of photos because let's just say that when I look at photos from the past, sometimes it just depresses me. But that's just me. Who knows? Number 4, the mainstream. I can think of a couple of reasons why, but let's see what they have to say.
4, the mainstream.
Don't
you hate it when that show, band, song, or coffee shop you can't get enough of turns out to be the favorite of a lot of decidedly average and uninteresting people?
Oh, come on, man. Fixed gear bikes are over. Hey, man, take it. It's free. Enjoy it, because they're over.
People want nothing more than to be different. There's something special about loving something that only you know about. So when you see the same Big Bang Theory rerun for the 1000th time, or hear the latest Nickelback song, there's no way you can enjoy it, even if it's halfway decent. And that's the thing. Hating the mainstream on sight might mean you're missing out on some stuff that you might actually like. So why not at least give it a try? No one needs to know.
That is double wrong. I'm calling everyone I know, and I'm telling them about this. This has got to stop.
Number 3, gingers.
They creep us out and make us feel sick to our stomachs. I'm talking, of course, about ginger kids.
Even before a certain TV show and its Kick a Ginger Day came along, it was never easy for redheads. Childhood spent being called Carrot Top, or being called stupid for pointing out that carrot tops are green, or being asked if you can even go out in the sun without being reduced to a smoldering pile of ash do far more damage than South Park ever could.
Ginger kids eat in the hallway. Yeah, go on, beat it.
Couple that with a full set of freckles, and you have someone who'd almost welcome being kicked just for the social interaction.
Red hair and a hand-me-down robe. You must be a Weasley.
Oh, for goodness sake. Is it this era's equivalent of racism? I mean, back then, people hate the African races, but nowadays it's just the gender, them being a gender. So you're pale, have freckles, and have red hair. Whoopity doo. And they're discriminated because of that? Are you fucking kidding me? When will this racism thing ever end or be dumped down? And I'm pretty sure that some people have a thing for redheads. Like Ariel, the Little Mermaid, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl.
But remember, gingers really do have souls, they're not all quirky, and they don't all have bad tempers. Number 2, hipsters. What's a hipster to you? There's a better than average chance it involves thick glasses, Mac computers, and being so ahead on trends, the things they like haven't even been invented yet. And yeah, it's one thing to just dress in whatever clothes you happen to own, or like the movies and music you like, but it's another thing altogether when you go out of your way to look rundown or have obscure tastes.
I need to buy a new desk. You should come with me to the lumberyard. We'll make one.
But like, who cares what they do or what they think? Does it really affect you that hipsters prefer Paps to Bud or plaid to polka dots? Pretentiousness is annoying and all, but it's not a great reason to hate an entire group of people.
Well, how about the Jesus and Mary chant?
Yeah, they always
seemed what? They always seemed really great is what they always seemed. They picked up where your precious Echo left off and you're sitting around complaining about no more Echo albums.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
They're not smoking, they're vaping.
Okay, vape users. Smoking and vaping are similar in many ways. They both have nicotine, except vaping is much worse in terms of nicotine. It like weakens your body immune systems. Like, oh my gosh, it makes smoking cigarettes look like an epic in comparison. I mean, I think that people are just rolling their eyes at vape users because they're gonna die. I don't think there's nothing wrong with the vape users. It's just that they're using vape to begin with.
Number 1, millennials.
Okay, millennials. Let's see what's going on.
Technically, a millennial is anyone born in the early 1980s or later. But the millennial stereotype is an entitled, narcissistic, lazy, uninformed faux intellectual snowflake who can't take criticism, is addicted to their smartphone, and blames everyone else for their problems. But is that fair? Millennials and people who hate millennials live in 2 different worlds. One's a place where hard work and a good education ensure you a solid career. The other's a world where no matter how hard you work or how smart you are, you may never get ahead in life, just cuz.
I wanna produce music, I wanna make music.
So maybe we should cut millennials a little slack. Except that guy who skipped work to build a treehouse. That guy sucks.
I still don't have a clear picture of what millennials is. I mean, it's kind of dumbed down a bit, but I can't really talk about millennials because I still do not understand 100%. I'm rather surprised that they didn't even bother to put gay guys, like LGBT whatever, in this list. I figured it would be the most obvious. Racism and LGBT, I figured that it would be the most obvious because what? Is there really a reason to hate them? There shouldn't be. There are some things where there is absolutely no reason to hate. Or maybe you have a weak ass reason or something. I mean, there's stuff I'm not interested in. That doesn't mean I'm gonna hate it or anything. Like, there's a franchise I'm not interested in. And it's not fair to say I hate it. It's just that I'm not interested in it. And I just want to move on to other things. I mean, for fuck's sake, aren't we all equal or something? Or am I just missing something? Like, what the hell? There are trolls looking to be offended and hate on something because they have no lives. There's SJWs looking to be offended by something and ruining somebody's careers. Like, the voice actor for Crow and Ruby with the W got fired because of the SJW crap. And SJWs are like good riddance to Stan Lee. Yeah! No joke! The SJWs are glad that Stan Lee is dead. I just don't understand how the world operates sometimes. Nor do I want to understand. I mean, I'm not saying we should just hate... Look, it's one thing to hate someone because they cause damage to you. But to hate someone for what they look and stuff, oh my gosh. Remember Hunchback of Notre Dame and Beauty and the Beast? Those two have a common message. Just because they're ugly or hideous or scary looking doesn't mean they're like that on the inside. If anything, you should like the person for who he is and what he looks like and stuff. Drex pointed out, even though it's kind of a funny scene or whatever, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, that if you like someone ugly, that means you like them for who they are. I mean, come on, man! I got nothing else. I'm sorry. Look, if you like what you see, consider subscribing and like it to my channel and whatnot. And if there's things that annoy you or you have the same experience, I don't know, just put it down in the comments or something about what annoys you about people hating on stuff for no reason, or if you had the same experience. I don't know. But anyways, peace out. What the fuck is wrong with this world? I just don't get it sometimes.